Hello guys, welcome back to Baby Reacts and I'm Peter.
I'm Vicky.
Welcome to another episode here. This is another exploration of baseball.
Game.
Because baseball game, and one of this baseball is entitled Every Type of Double Play Demonstrated.
Yeah, we're going to explore that.
Double play. I think we've been asking that on
The question, by the way, the previous match that we did.
Yeah. By the way, and this was shared to us by Dan. So thank you, Dan, for sponsoring this. Thank you for giving us another baseball game here. But for today is a baseball exploration. So stay tuned to the end.
Yeah, hope we are going to learn a lot with you guys. So stick around, share your thoughts on the comments, correct us where we are wrong, emphasize where maybe we wouldn't have gotten. We will appreciate. And in case you have your favorite you would love to share with us, feel free to do so on our Buy Me a Coffee link. We have a link on this so a bit below this video's description. So check it out, click the link, share your favorites there. We will appreciate. Also hope to join our Patreon community using the link on the description. Watch movies there. We will also appreciate.
Let's see.
All right, in this video, I'm going to cover the most common ground ball double plays that you'll find in baseball. So there's some really interesting ones, like the 3-6-1, the 2-6-3, some really rare ones that happen. There's also
so it has like categories.
That's what I'm interested in.
Okay.
Some really common ones you probably heard of, the 6-4-3. We're going to run down the whole list of different double plays that can happen in baseball.
Okay.
We are ready for that. That's why we're here. Let's go.
All right, first, we have to brush up real quick for those of you who are beginners of the different position numbers, because that's how these double plays are labeled. 6-4-3 means shortstop to second base.
Okay. According to the all players now. Players positions. So
number
6-4-3.
Number 1, there's the matchup for us. The number 1,
the pitcher.
2, catcher. 3, first baseman. Second baseman goes to 4.
Third is fifth here. And then this was shortstop. Then the left fielder.
Center fielder 8.
Center fielder. And right fielder. Okay.
Baseman to first baseman. So 1 is pitcher, 2 is catcher, 3 is first baseman, 4 is second baseman, 6 is the shortstop, 5 is the third baseman, and the outfielders don't really matter, but 7 is left field, 8 is center field, 9 is the right fielder. So those numbers are important to understand because that's how they correspond on any play on the field. So a 6-4-3 again is a shortstop throws to second baseman who throws to the first baseman. 1-2-3 double.
Okay, so is that from the shortstop who throws to the second?
You can't throw from 6 to 3.
I thought otherwise. I thought like the third will the one starting to the 4 to the 6.
Let's say you've defended but here around 5 and 7. 6 has it. I thought 6 could just the stopper could just throw direct to our first baseman, but I'm hearing
no.
He has to.
It's like it goes to the bases. The base you throw to the next base. You can't throw like past the next base. Yeah, so for me I thought like maybe you can from third will throw to the 4th to the 6th, the other way around.
Play is the pitcher throws to the catcher who throws to the first baseman. So that's how these double plays are expressed in the scorebook.
Hit the small one. Trust me.
Okay, so that's the first double.
Yeah, now they're being showcased now, but let's see. This is much interesting. Yeah, do you call it formations?
The ground ball double plays only happen on medium or hard hit ground balls. This is a common misconception that basically any ground ball that's hit when the double play is in order, meaning there's at least one force out on the bases with less than 2 outs, that every ground ball is going to become a double play. It's not true. It's got to be hit pretty hard and relatively close to the fielder to become a double play. Because if the shortstop has to run 12 feet after it, it's going to take too long by the time they field it. And then they have to make a throw. And then there's the return throw to first base. So double plays happen very, very fast, especially the high level baseball, at high levels of baseball when runners are really fast. They happen in a hurry.
Then my question is, so when When is this applied?
What does
What causes
when
the double play?
what triggers that?
What triggers? Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I
he's
think
explaining to
when he
Raza.
hits the ground,
So what happens? Like what if what like what happens so that we can say like now there is a double play.
let's watch.
Medium or hard hit ground balls are pretty much the only ones that ever become double plays.
Okay.
And before we finish it,
He has answered.
So it depends
Where
on
you
the
have hit it. I think
yeah.
the ground ball when he hits on the is it a pitcher? Yeah.
When he hits to the shot, when the pitcher like hits, not the pitcher, the batter hits to maybe to the person the short cut.
Yeah.
The shots. It was the short cut. The shortcut. The short.
The shortcut.
Our person in between the third and the
is a short. Is a
the short. Oh my god.
There is a name for him. He's a shortstop.
The shortstop. Yeah, I feel it's when maybe the batter has hit the ball directly to the shortstop. The shortstop. Now,
and for me, I think
from there
when it's rolling towards the short stop, or maybe it's rolling and surpasses the shortstop.
Okay.
When it hits the ground, that's the main point. But
on the ground where the short stops is.
Yeah, listen to this. Huh?
Ground balls are pretty much the only one. They happen in a hurry. Medium or hard hit ground balls are pretty much the only ones that ever become double plays. And before we finish today, I want you to leave me a comment in the description below and tell me which double play variation is your favorite. Okay, so let's start with a couple fun double plays that are a little more rare first. So number one, the 2-6-3 double play. This one is rare because it's the catcher fielding it, throwing it to the shortstop at second base, who's going to make the return throw to first base. So 2-6-3. This one's rare because it basically is a botched sacrifice bunt. So if there's a runner on first and they're trying to bunt him over to second, if the
you see, and it happens when the ball hits the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the batter bunts it like really terrible, like only a foot in front of the plate, or maybe they bunt it and it bounces off the plate and kind of bounces.
Yeah, I think it's happened because when there is a catch, of course, it's done. So the ball must at least hit the ground so that you can pick and throw to the next base, so that our batter can run.
I get it.
Yeah.
Up into the air. A good catcher is going to leap up, grab that with his bare hands, and quickly fire that ball to second base. And that ball might be on its way to second before the batter's even left the box hardly. And in that case, that double play can happen. These are rare because A, that bunt's got to be like literally right in front of the plate, like within a couple feet. And that's a really long throw to second base. It's 127 feet from home plate to second base. So that's a really long throw, plus another 90-foot throw. So this is going to be 217 feet of throwing to get this double play to be completed. So that's why these are really rare. It really requires that botched sacrifice bunt. But once in a while you see this, and it's a pretty exciting play. So that's the 2-6-3 double play. All right, next is the 5-3 double play, and this one only requires two players. And this one's fun. It's only runners on first and second. It can be sometimes on bases loaded, depending on the situation, but it's usually runners on first and second and 1 or 0 outs. Every situation here is 1 or 0 outs, obviously. But this is 5-3, so it's hit to the third baseman, and instead of going to second, he's going to just step on third and throw that long throw, that 127-foot throw between third and first. And this one's just fun because you see the hitter panic. As soon as they hit that ball close to third with runners on first and second, they're like, oh, crap. Because obviously with 0 outs, this could be a triple play if they hit a rocket to third base. This could be one hop into the third baseman's glove, steps on first, goes to second, goes to first. That could be a triple play. But in most situations where it's not hit that close to third or not hit that hard, the third baseman's going to field it. And if they're still relatively even with the base, they'll just take those couple steps, plant the right foot, and then they'll throw a absolute seed from third to first, which is what makes this play pretty fun. The third baseman gets to show off his arm. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, I think it's a pretty double play. So the 5-3 is the ground ball to third, where they step on third and throw a missile all the way across the diamond to first base. All right, the next is the 5-2-3 double play. So this one is going to happen only when the bases are loaded.
So are we supposed to like to catch all these?
Yeah, you should have to know the formation. The
Oh
five
my
three.
God.
I think this is now much for you, but let's go.
Yeah. The more he continues, the more even I forget like the previous one.
And it's similar to what we just talked about, except they're not going to step on third base. So in the 5-2-3 double play, if this ball's hit like a little bit slower where the third baseman has to charge it, he's not going to be able to go back to third base to step on it and then throw to second or throw to first. But with the bases loaded, this is a good thing anyway, because he's going to go home to get the force out there, and then the catcher is going to throw on to first base. So this is also an interesting double play. It's a lot more rare because obviously the bases have to be loaded, and the ball's got to be hit to the third baseman where he charges. If he doesn't have to charge, if he kind of can stay his ground, then he'll probably just touch on third and then go to second. But it always depends. But again, this is when the ground balls hit to third, the third baseman charges, and that makes essentially his only first out to get a double play. It has to be home, then on to first. So 5-2-3 double play. All right, the next one is the 3-2 double play. And this one only has twos because it's going to be a tag situation for the second one. This is the same situation as the 5-2-3 double play, except on the first base side, a lot more often the first baseman's going to be, close to the bag, and of course he
so
could.
What I've noticed is it depends on where the ball falls.
Yeah.
According to the
Start
position
returning.
where the ball falls. So when it falls next to you, so it depends when the person on the base he will throw to the next and the next. So that's the
Getting it home.
Okay.
Charge it, throw home, then back to first. But with the 3-2 double play, what you'll see is the first baseman will field it, step on first because he's close to first base, because he was maybe holding the runner, or he's just maybe closer to first base in general. But if a ground ball's hit to first with the bases loaded, the first baseman can field it, step on first, so that force out is done. And now, because he got that force out, there's no longer a force at home plate. So that's why the catcher is going to be the last man to touch it. So it's 3. He steps on first base. He throws to the catcher. The catcher's got to catch it and lay down a tag. Okay. Typically, he'll have a lot of time to do this because if it's hit to first base and he's close, he's going to run over, tag the base. Now the throw's on the way, and the runner's probably not that close to the plate. All right, next is the famous 6-4-3 double play. This is the one you see on T-shirts sometimes. 6 + 4 + 3 = 2. So the 6-4-3 double play is a ground ball hit to short, throws to second, throws to first, right? Pretty straightforward. Now, it's not as straightforward for the second baseman. This one's
same with what we started with.
Yeah. Oh, by the way.
Yeah, where the short, why am I forgetting his name? The shortstop throws to the second, then the second to the first. Yeah.
It's tough. Anytime the second baseman takes the throw, he's got a runner barreling down on him, and he's standing at the base pretty much waiting with not much momentum. So the second baseman's job is to read the throw and sort of go with it. So if it's kind of to his glove side, towards the first base side, he might reach and step that way. If the throw is towards center field, he might reach and then get his distance from the runner that way. But the runner's going to be bearing down the second baseman. This is also where you'll see the second baseman jump over the runner a lot of times to try to get out of their way. So the second baseman has a really fun, interesting, complex job. I don't know if they would say it's fun, but it's exciting, at least for the fans, as they try to avoid this base runner barreling down into him because he's planted more or less at second base, ready to field that throw from the shortstop. All right, next is the 4-6-3 double play. I think this is the most beautiful one in the middle infield because the shortstop gets to keep all the momentum. So the second baseman fields it. He's going to throw to the shortstop who's got his momentum running towards second base. He's going to catch it. He's going to swipe his.
So the first will have to throw to the short, then the short to the second.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
His foot along the backside of the bag and then get some distance outside of the base path to make that throw to first base. So this is just a really graceful move. Obviously, the shortstop is one of the best athletes on the field, if not the very best athlete. And this one just really shows the shortstop's athleticism. So it's really interesting to watch their footwork and just watch how this.
I realized that the shortstop plays so a big role.
Yeah, he must be fast. Quick.
Yeah, he plays so much role on this game.
All
the doubles it passes through the shortstop, then he goes to the nets.
By
So
the
he
way.
plays a
Play
lot.
flows together, both with timing, like, right, the throw's got to be
So he
timed
must be
well to the
sharp.
shortstop, and the shortstop's got to keep their momentum, slide, touch that base with their foot, and then get out of the base runner's way. So all that stuff happens on the same play. So if you don't appreciate just how cool the 4-6-3 double play is, it's really impressive, the athleticism and just the skill of even just the common shortstop in baseball. All right, next, number 7. This is the 5-4-3 double play, and this is, you know, a pretty standard one. Ground ball hit to third, he goes to second, who returns the throw to first. So this is a throw, again, where you'll see either the third baseman sort of ranging towards short and will cut a ball off early. The third baseman should always cut off any ground ball that he can because he's closer to the plate. But the third baseman has usually the strongest arm in the infield, or at least as strong as the shortstop, because they have such a long throw to make. So this one can be tough to turn because it can be a really long throw from third to second, and then a long throw from second to first, obviously that full 90-foot throw. But the third baseman also is going to have the ball in his glove faster than pretty much any other fielder except for the pitcher, because he's playing the hot corner and right-handed hitters are down there smoking balls at him. The ball's going to be in his mitt a lot of times really, really quick. So the 5-4-3 double play is another just sort of old faithful double play.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back to catcher pivot double plays. So another standard one is the 1-2-3, and this
Where did we start with?
6-4-3.
is when it's hit back to the pitcher.
I think that's the only one that I've got and understand. But
I'm now with 1, 2, 3.
but the rest of them. So how many are they? Because so far we have like 10, even more than 10.
With the bases loaded, a comebacker, and the pitcher, who's number 1, he's going to throw the catcher, who's number 2, who's then going to sort of act like first baseman. This is what the catcher will do on any double play turn, is they'll try to reach out and catch the ball towards the pitcher. So then they're going to move into the infield grass, and so they can get some angle on that throw to first base. They don't want to be in a position where the catcher is throwing directly into the back of the runner as they're barreling down to first base. So pitcher's going to get it, throw the catcher's going to step out after they catch it and make a quick throw to first base. The thing to note about 1-2-3 double plays is these should be really easy, but pitchers, if you're not familiar with the yips, pitchers, I was a pitcher, we get the yips when we just threw a ball 92 miles per hour, and now we've got to make a 40-foot throw to our catcher right there. We kind of like don't know how hard to throw it. It's a weird phenomenon. Now the other double play.
You hear that? Like he can really throw this to the batter like really with a lot of force, but throwing that easy bounce back to the next teammate becomes much a problem.
That pitchers are involved in is the 1-6-3. And this one, pitchers make a lot more reliably. I mean, they make the 1-2-3 reliably.
But also you can see the distance is not that close.
But the 1-6-3 is a comebacker, and the pitcher is going to turn to his glove side and then usually take one quick shuffle and then fire it straight over second base to the shortstop, who should be running over there. This double play requires a lot of timing, and you would think, well, shouldn't he just, as soon as he gets the ball, throw to second base? The pitcher is only 60 feet away, right? Especially after he does his delivery, he's only like 55 feet away. Okay. So if he gets a comebacker, it's going to be in his glove in no time. And so the shortstop is not going to be at second base yet. So this is why the pitcher, even though he's ready to start this double play, he needs to turn and he needs to take usually one shuffle, and that gives the shortstop time to get closer to second base. And then he's going to fire that ball over second base with not anyone there yet. And the shortstop's going to be coming just into frame to catch it, keep his momentum, and then swipe the bag and then make that throw to first. So this double play, in my opinion, is a really beautiful one also because it requires a lot of complex timing. It's not that complex once you get used to it, but if you really think about all this stuff.
So a double play comes with the defensive team playing an extra mile to defend. Yeah, playing a double throw. I get it. Like when you get, like, let's say
when the batter is on the run.
Yeah.
Of course, I think so, because when our pitcher throws the ball and then there's a catch, our batter won't get it a chance to run. But when our batter hits the ball to the field now is when he runs.
If I just said the fact that you got to wait for the shortstop to get there, you can't throw it where the shortstop is, you got to throw it where the shortstop will be. It requires a lot of moving pieces. But this one's a little mentally easier for pitchers because you're just doing it and you're not thinking about it so much, right? Whereas the catcher situation, the 1, 2, 3, you're like, oh God, don't throw it away. He's only 40 feet away. This one, you can throw it hard to second base and you're just doing this sort of athletic move that you don't think about it as much. And when you don't think about it as much, you let your practice take over and you just like, boom, you execute. But as a former pitcher, this one's fun because you feel really accomplished, like you're part of the infield when you make this double play. So it's nice to get an infield chance that isn't just a boring bunt or like running to cover first base. This one's like, yeah, I was a part of that double play. I'm important. All right, and the last 3 variations are all essentially the same kind of double play. They all start the same way, which is the 3-6 tag, or the 3-6-3, or the 3-6-1. So this is a ground ball hit to the first baseman, who's then going to throw it to second base, where the shortstop will field this throw. And then either they're going to throw it back to first for the third baseman to catch, or for the first baseman to catch, the pitcher to catch, or there'll be a tag at second. So let's go through all these. So this one's really interesting, and it can be hard to pick up. So the 3-6-3 is when, again, the first baseman fields it, throws to second base for the force out, and then the first baseman will have to retreat back to first base to be a first baseman and catch the return throw. Now, this is going to depend on where the first baseman is relative to first base. If the first baseman has to range towards second to field the ground ball, then he's definitely going to throw to second and get the force out. If he's really far, then the pitcher who will be running over will run over and replace him at first base and catch the return throw. That will be a 3-6-1. So the first baseman has to charge the ball or run a little bit towards second to field it. Therefore, he's too far away from the bag. He throws to second to get the force out. Then they throw back to the pitcher who has to run over, find the base, and catch the throw. This 3-6-3 is...
So during the throw, they can literally like throw back to the pitcher so that they can find like a balance. So and the pitcher can throw to the net.
That's 3-6-3.
Oh.
Yeah.
When the first baseman fields it relatively close to first base, but still opts to throw to second base first. They get the first out. Then the first baseman turns around, finds the bag, and catches the throw. It's 3-6 back to 3.
Yeah.
Now, the 3-6 tag is when the ball is hit more towards first base, where it makes sense because he's so close to tag first base and get the force out there, and then throw to second, at which point they will have to tag the runner. So on the 3-6, again, this is close to first base. The first baseman catches it, makes a decision, steps on first base, will yell, tag, so that everyone knows that they...
So I've realized that if you catch the ball, you step the base, and then you throw. Okay. I didn't...
Or you catch
I have
while
not
stepping
realized that.
Remember
also... You must like step the base. Step
you must step at it. Remember, even though the batter who is running, or the catcher,
they must like the batter.
Yeah, he must also run and
like and step on the or catch the base.
Yeah.
Okay, I had not gotten that part.
Have to tag them because sometimes it can be tough to tell from afar, and they're focusing on getting where they need to be. He'll step on first, yell tag, throw it to first base, or throw it to second base, and they'll catch it and put the tag down on the runner. It's a pretty unique play for sure. And then the thing to note about the 3-6-1 is it's hard as a pitcher. I hated having to do this because the ball, I make my pitch, they hit the ball to first base, I'm immediately sprinting to first.
3-6-1. So the first base to the short, and then shortstop, then to the pitcher, because number 1 is the pitcher. Okay.
And now I've got to find the bag. I just got there, and now the shortstop's ready to throw it to me. I just got there. I got to find it, and now I've got to stretch, look for the ball, figure out where it is. It's really easy as a pitcher to run over there, catch the ball, and then realize you're not touching the base, and then hopefully you look down and you've got another step or two where you can go, okay, there it is, boom, and step on it.
I feel like that's the challenge for the runners, to
yeah, as you're trying to take
you're confused, oh my god, it's a lot of confusion.
The runner gets over there. So you practice this a lot in PFPs, which is pitcher's fielding practice, just getting comfortable running over and finding the base and then being ready to take that throw, because it has to be pretty automatic. Otherwise, it's real easy to catch that throw and realize that you haven't found the base yet, but you can't look down for the base and you'll wear the throw in the mouth and eat the baseball, and then everyone's safe. So That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video about double plays with a little bit of my insight here as a former pro pitcher. Leave me a comment below. What is your favorite double play variation? Mine, I think, is the 1-6-3. Pitcher back to short, back to first, but I'd love to hear yours. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Okay.
Oh, for me, I like to be back here now.
So I think 1-6-3 will make sense from the pitcher to the shortstop, then to the first base.
And there is there was 3-6-3.
For me, it was 6-4-3 from the shortstop to the second.
That was the first one.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah,
that's where I understood. Twice. Yeah, I understood that part very clearly. But there was also a confusing one from it was 6. No, it was
3-6-3.
3-6-1. The second last one.
Oh, there is this one 5. Oh, I was supposed to remain here so that we can be looking at it. There is 5-2. 5-2-3. So this that's easier. 5-2-3. It's defending back. Okay.
It's from now the third base to the catcher and then to the first base.
And there's 5-2.
5-2.
Yeah, 5-2. Okay. And there is 3-2-3. 3-2-3. Oh, okay.
For me, I think what I got is from 6-4-3, and then there was another one now from like 6. From 3-6-1 and then 1-6-3, the one that he concluded with it.
So on the episode in between there, I was trying to explain this double play. It's being considered from the defensive part from the baseman. Like if you are the they call the pitcher side. So it's from the pitcher side who are defending.
Yeah, the pitcher side is at the defense team, and the one running at the offense.
So this double play is on the defense team. They have to re-strategize on them to defend, on how to avoid them, on how to avoid the other team on running on the bases. Yeah, so my question was like, what triggers them to know that on this time I have to use 5-3-2? This time I have to.
That's what was my question.
The area where it
depends
drops,
where the ball will fall. Yeah. If it falls in the 6, he's the one to start.
Automatically,
you can either use the maybe 6-2-3 or use 6-4.
Depending on the defensive mechanism, on the where also the catcher or the runner, the attacking team are. Or for those
where the base is.
According to there's a time you can change. Let's defend this one first, who is near this base, and then defend the other one who is kind of running slow. I think that's the mechanism. It's adaptability.
I think maybe when you have a runner on the second base, the second base. So you are like, you will use the 6-2 so that before the runner gets to this.
Yeah, you are blocked.
You are blocked.
Oh, now I think it's a defensive mechanism. Double play, it's the right word to use. It is a defensive mechanism on the baseball. How we write? Tell us on the comment section. But thank you for watching with us. Thank you, Dan, for bringing such an interesting, educative exploration video here.
Yeah, though it was a lot, but at least we have a hint. We have like we grasp 1 or 2 or 3 types of double play.
And adding on your comments, I think you'll have shedded more lights on it. So,
maybe you can like shorten for us. We will understand much better. But this was interesting. Thank you so much. Share your favorite, maybe whatever you understand. Maybe you understand much better. You can clarify for us. It will be amazing. So
stay tuned. We are out.
Thank you for watching. Bye bye.